Man. Ooh.
All right. What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is another week of Fight Talk with the BMAs, Basic MMA Analyst. Got my partner in crime, K Slick. Slick. I was gonna say your real name, but I Samurai Slick.
You could put me as Quest for Fitness, but that's me too.
Quest for Fitness as well. There you go. Go check him
out. Advertisement
on Instagram.
And he's a therapist, deep tissue, Thai massage, cupping, lymphatic drainage. You have injuries, I'll find it and I will fix it. Simple. Let's go.
All of that stuff. Do check Slick out on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Oh, geez. Quest for Fitness _therapy.
All right, cool. It'll be in the link anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, man, well, let's get into it. We've had another week of fights, a weekend of fights, which is always fun. We had Bellator and then we had the UFC fight card.
Shoot.
So we could go, can go through Bellator real quick and then we can go through the UFC fight card.
Oh no, I actually saw. Yeah, go on. I remember. You go ahead. I saw 2 fights in Bellator, and I saw Lyoto. But anyway, we'll get there.
All right. Well, let's get there. So Bellator, real quick, happened Friday night. Look, MVP. I mean, I'm always excited to watch him. He fought. I can't remember the guy's name. I apologize, but they fought in London.
Paul Storley.
That's right, and he had a brilliant game plan. If you're going to give it to anyone, he had an amazing game plan, and he was like, I think he just knew I can't strike with this dude, and as soon as I grab hold of him, I'm going to wrestle him, I'm going to hold him, and I'm going to win the fight like that. And you know what? People were booing and all that sort of shit. MVP couldn't really express. I mean, he did, because MVP was so amazing and so confident that he would fall flying knees and right in the 5th round or whatnot. End of the day. The other guy, I'm sorry, his name, man. What was his name? Sorry.
Logan Storley.
Great game plan.
Hold on, wait. Let's put some respect on his name. He is now the interim welterweight champion.
Interim welterweight champion for Bellator. Listen, man, you can't blame him for a great game plan. If he's tried to stand with MVP, there's no chance. And he done what he had to do. So that was amazing. Listen, I'm an MVP fan, so I was a bit like, basic, man. I can't really. We're not gonna get that knockout. Oh, you're waiting for it. I was sitting there like, is it gonna happen? And then it didn't happen. But then I was like, you know what? Hands off. Like you know what? Hats off. You smashed it. You had a great game plan. You stuck to it, and you won. So good for you.
There you go, for sure. It did remind me of Anthony Pettis against RDA. Just gave him no time. No time. I don't want no showtime. I'm gonna give Showtime no time. Shut him down and just stuck to the game plan. So yeah,
that's it. And even like Anderson Silva, Chael's son and sort of thing. It's just like, I'm gonna wrestle. You're gonna get in your face and wrestle. I mean, I wouldn't say he got in MVP's face, but it was because he knew, because MVP was flying knees, uppercuts, and you know what happens if you try and shoot on MVP and you miss, you're getting a flying knee that's gonna break your skull.
You get cyborg.
You
end up with an indentation in your, like a coaster. Coaster, like an ashtray.
Scary shit, man. It's some scary shit. But yeah, moving on, we saw Lyoto Machida versus Leon Edwards' brother, which is another bad thing that I don't know his name, but something
Edwards.
Was it, sorry?
Fabian Edwards.
Bro, I mean, look, Lyoto's a legend, and it's always hard to see legends go down, but the Edward brothers are no one to mess with, man. I mean, you know, you got Leon Edwards, hopefully he will get his title fight this year. I hope it happens. It's supposed to happen. I don't even know if it's booked, but you know, that was a great, you know, I mean, he knocked him out. He knocked out Lyoto, like elbow off the clinch, and then just finished him, man. Again, amazing.
That was delicious of a finish, man. It was nice. Just shame it happened to a nice guy like him. But, you know,
I know, man.
It's the way it goes. It's
hard to see legend. For me, it's hard to see legends fall like that. It's just kind of like, please retire like before everything goes down.
I remember when we talk about Anderson Silva way back, and you always keep saying like, come on, Anderson, like, just don't do it. You don't need it. I remember you were saying that.
Yeah, man. It's heartbreaking.
Right. Every single fight after he lost to Weidman, and he was just like, no, just go off into the sunset and ride the horse.
Man. So it's heartbreaking. And then talk about retirement. Poor Daly's last fight, and I'm glad he went on a high note, because I know he was getting put up against wrestlers and whatnot, and he was just losing and on decision. And he was like, I remember him fighting I think it was John Fitch. And he was like, you know, Fitch was on top of him. And even while he was on top of him, he was like, boo. It was funny, bro. Daly was like, boo, boo.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure he was just so, like, I don't know, wrestlers, he always had issues with wrestlers. But even in this one, two rounds, he was the guy took him down. And then in the third, I think it was in the third round, just a little scramble, boom, like beautiful, man. Beautiful. Bro, I mean, I'm happy for Daly, man. I mean, I think he goes down as a great in the, yeah. So I met him in the gym. I met you, bro. That's where I met him. Yeah. I met him there. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget finishing the jiu-jitsu class at lunchtime, and I'm rushing back to get to work. So I quickly finish the class and I run, take a shower and whatnot. And then I'm just like, I know him. And then you know what? I was scared to meet him. I was scared to go up to him because I'm nervous and whatnot. And he nodded his head to me. He was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Oh shit, Daly said hello." So then I went over. And you know what? He was such a nice guy. He spoke to me like I was a friend, man, telling me his game plan. Yeah, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna do that. I'm with my coach now. We're gonna train. We're gonna get back and beat Robbie Lawler. I remember him saying that, Robbie Lawler, and I was like, "Oh, does that mean you might come back to the UFC?" But the way he spoke to me, bro, wasn't just like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" He spoke to me, man. And then I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I get my phone to take a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Damn." So he was such a lovely dude, bro. He's so nice. Like,
gave you energy. That's warming. My situation was I walked into the gym and he was doing like some filming stuff. So I kind of walked down the stairs and saw him, and he turned and gave me this like really warm smile, like he just met a friend, like someone he knew. Like, wow, Paul. And he was, how's it going? And I didn't spend too much time because obviously he had the cameras ready. But I just remembered his like warm kind of like glance.
Yeah,
you know? So,
he was so humble with it. Like, I mean, because he knew that we recognized him, and rather than just be like, "Oh, what's up? I ain't got time for you." It was like, "What's up?" Like, he literally kind of nodded at me to say, "Yeah, come over and say hello." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I was scared, bro. I was scared to say hello. I'm socially awkward anyway as an individual, but I'm seeing Paul Daly, someone that I've seen fight Nick freaking Diaz and have one of the greatest fights ever. I've seen him in the UFC. I know, yeah, man. I know his Semtex with that left hook from freaking the Semtex and that left hook. I know him. To me, he's famous. In my world, he's famous. And he's saying what's up to me and say, come over. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. So
I would have never thought of you being socially awkward, by the way.
I'm very socially awkward. Bro, you're good socially. I'm rubbish at social. Just because you don't know that, because when I'm with you and we're out and we're talking, right? Because I know you, I'm comfortable with you. But if you put me in an environment where you're like, oh, hey, go and socialize and meet and greet with everyone, I'm like, fuck that, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm not doing this shit. No, that's not happening. No, so no, I'm socially awkward. But so yeah, no. Paul Daly, man, for me, goes down as a legend, especially in British MMA. So awesome guy. I hope he has a great retirement, and I hope he has a lot of things going on and doesn't come back to all of this. But yeah, let's should we get on to the UFC real quick, and then because I know Zoom doesn't give us much time, but let's get on to this one. Did you watch Jan Blachowicz versus Aleksandar Rakic?
Yeah, man, that was a bit anticlimactic. I thought Rakic had him a bit, like, you know, he was winning the early rounds. I thought he was bettering in the exchanges. You know, he caught him, he dumped him on his ass and everything. Like, it seemed like he had his number for a good while, and then, you know, fate.
Yeah, I mean,
but he was giving him a lot of leg kicks, so maybe they just paid dividends over the time.
I was gonna say that because his calf, like Jan was throwing a lot of calf kicks, and he got him with his leg looked messed up. And I would say I wouldn't say he was dominating, but he was definitely, he looked like he had the upper hand. And then just unfortunate, the knee placement or movement, whatever, and the knee popped, man. Wow, you saw that thing pop as well. And especially, I'm not saying that my knee injury was probably on a different level. We don't know what his condition is, but just knowing how the knee pops, and I just know the feeling from recent experience. I'm like, shit. Right. So
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like anytime, because, you know, I still play football, and, you know, you hear about injuries and stuff. So anytime I see something that's associated with a leg, I'm like, oh, I just don't want to, like, I just feel the pain just instantly rush my body, and like, I would never want that. So Anyway, that's my
Definitely,
fear.
man. Well, look, I mean, look, Jan is still definitely, even though regardless, he still looked like he belonged, right? He still had a fire that he wanted to get back to that title. I think Glover sent a tweet saying that he's going to handle business in Singapore in June 12th against Puchara, or I can't say his name, but my guy. And then then he goes, I'll give you a rematch. I'll give you a rematch. So technically, I mean, if Teixeira wins, then you get Teixeira Jan too, and that might work because Jan still looked good. He still looked good. He didn't look like he was bad or anything.
No, he didn't at all. And you know what's funny? He made it sound as if like the whole legendary Polish power was just leaving your wallet in the hotel. He was like, you know, next time I'll bring my Polish power. Like, oh, I just forgot my phone and then I'll win. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, but I mean, the light heavyweight division is definitely seemed like right now it's won by the veterans. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the champion who's over 40 plus, and Jan who's like coming up to 40. So I guess Rakic was, you know, he's a young blood, and he definitely I think he'll get back up there.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, it's cool. But also in the light heavyweight. Oh, sorry, go on, carry on.
No, I was gonna say, like, you know, once he's healed and everything, I'm sure he'll be around in the top echelon of the division. I'm not sure which one where he's ranked. Do you know?
I could check the rankings real quick. I think he's like 3 or 4 something. Let's check. Jan, he is number 3. Yeah, Rakic.
Wow. Okay, I had no idea. Wow.
Yari is 2. Jan is 1.
Prohaska.
Yeah. So that's who,
that's
who Glover's fighting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's 2, right?
He is 2. Yeah. And then you got Mogomed Akalaev, Anthony Smith. He's at 4. Anthony Smith is 5. Thiago Silva Santos is 6. Dominic Reyes is 7. Paul Craig 8. And then Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill is at 10. What?
That division is pretty nice, man. Like, when we start getting these guys matchmaking on, you know, there's more of these fixtures happening. It's going to be really exciting to see like who gets, you know, relegated, but kind of like, you know, bumped off, and then who becomes the next number 1 contender, because it's dangerous. It's so dangerous.
Well, I mean, even we also got today on the light heavyweight division, we got
Ryan Spann and Ion Kotraba.
Yeah, Superman versus Hulk. Because he's got Ryan Spann's got the Superman chest, and Kutalaba put the Hulk thing going on. That was a good fight. I mean, and Ryan and some great scrambles. We like, because Ion kept on taking him down, and then Ryan was kick off and scramble up, and then he just caught him with that. It was some deep front choke, man. That was that. Boy, he got him up. He got the elbow over, like it was tight.
That was nice, like workmanship to get to that point and crank him. You know, that was nice. That was nice.
That was good.
It looked like it was going the other way initially, and then he turned the tail. So
you know,
good on him.
He was scrambling out all the takedowns. The thing is, he wasn't taking
nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, he as soon as he found the opportunity to push him back, kick him back, and then get up, like he was taking that opportunity. So he wasn't going to take the ground, which I think, God knows what would happen in the 2nd or 3rd round, but it never got there anyway. So amazing from him. Then we got Davy Grant versus Lewis Smolka. Did you watch that? That was a good fight.
I didn't, you know.
And you know what? It reminded me of me meeting Davy Grant back in the UFC. I think when you were there too in the 02 when what's his name, man? Jimmy Manuel versus the Switzerland dude. Why have I gone blank? Gustafsson. Yeah, it was that one. And I remember meeting Davey. He was doing like photos and stuff with fans just outside and whatnot. And he had an injury. He was supposed to fight, and he was also a nice guy too, because he wouldn't just take the photo and say piss off. I remember just saying, I hope you heal up well, and then he just literally gave me an explanation. I remember clearly. He's like, yeah, I really wanted to fight, but I didn't get the medical clearance, and he gave me all the details. And I was like, oh man, shit, this guy's like really speaking to me, not just saying, yeah, cool, all right, next. Like, I don't know, some of these people just come across, you know, maybe it's just a time and place really, because you never want to bother them when they're with their families and whatever, but I guess it's a time and place. Super nice guy, great fight, man, great back and forth fight. Davey, bro, he's a beast. Like from round 1, he was putting on it. Round 2, Smolka nearly came back. Lewis nearly came back. And then round 3, Davey just finished it, which was awesome. Great fight.
How did he end it? What did he hit him with?
If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember, man. I think, what did he get him with, man?
Elbow, knee, shoulder, body slam.
Yeah, I can't remember, man. I can't remember. I just remember, was it a jab? Was it? No. He knocked him down with a jab in the first round. On the round 3, what was it? I think it was probably off a clinch or a combination, and then he ground and pounded him. And then, oh no, wait, it was a leg kick. Okay, that's it. The leg kick. He was calf kicking him as well. So no, hear him out. He calf kicked him, and then Lewis kind of shot for a takedown, but he had, because his legs were so fucked, he couldn't drive forward. So he kind of went belly flat and then tried to roll over, and then Grant just ground and pounded him and finished him like there.
I'm seeing it now. That leg kick, you can see that. I don't know, like something happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, he took a few calf kicks, and then he couldn't shoot. When he shot, he couldn't drive. Like there was no power in the legs to drive. He just tried, and he just went flat down, and so that was good. What else did we see? We saw Caitlin, and Amanda Ribas. Yeah, that was.
I like her. I like her laugh. She's like, like a witch. I like her. Didn't she beat, what's her name? Who was it she beat before she left? Paige. Didn't she beat Paige? Kind of sent Paige on her way.
I think so. Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah, but that was a decision win.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched all the main card. Yeah, she was good because she can try to control it with her range. And then Amanda was doing well because she was coming in. She was trying to avoid that range, because I think Caitlin's good at kind of keeping the jab straight. She threw a lot of those front kick, side kick. Excuse me. And then Amanda was just kind of not giving her the space to do that. But it was a pretty good fight.
I'm gonna check that one out. Ooh, there's Amanda being lovable. There's a whole 3 minutes of her being lovable. I'm gonna watch that too later.
Okay. What else was next? Then Frank Camacho versus Manuel Torres. What happened with that one? TKO.
Oh yeah, I saw that. He smacked him. He caught him flush. I think they were coming. They were.
Left hook. It was a left hook, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And refs, I think it was Herb Dean or ref jumped in straight away. But yeah, no, I remember seeing that one. That was a good back and forth fight. I think it started off good back and forth, and I think it was just off a combination. Emmanuel Torres just threw that left hook and connected. What else do we got? We got did you see the prelim? On the prelims, there was Andrea Lee versus Viviano and Andrade or something. But did you see the head of controversy in the corner?
No.
After round 1, went to the corners. Andrea Lee's corner, man, I don't know who it was, her coach, whoever it was saying something about that filthy fucking Brazilian, they always cheat or something. Said some racist shit, man. I don't know why you would say that, knowing that, even if you wanted to say that, why would you say it knowing that it's the apex, knowing that there's microphones, everyone's going to hear you. So there's some controversy about, I don't know controversy, but I mean, you can't be saying that shit. You shouldn't even just say a culture or race or religion. Why would you say that? Why don't you just say that filthy bitch? You know what I mean? That individual. But but he said something about, those filthy fucking Brazilians, they always cheat or some shit like that. And I'm just like, damn. But that fight started off so good, bro. Andrea Lee caught her. I think it was a right hand, and as she tried to get up, head kicked her. Bro, it started off on fire.
Andrea Lee, yeah?
Yeah, but she ended up losing by decision. But the coach messed up. He shouldn't have said that. I don't know what's going to happen, because anyone can say.
Wasn't she? Okay, no, she's not. Okay, I thought she was one of the girls from ONE FC.
No, that's Andrea Lee. she's a ONE FC champion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's this blonde girl, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the exact fight.
Yeah. No, it's not that fight. No, Viviano.
Oh no, that's
Viviano. Yeah.
Okay. I'll find it.
Yeah. So anyway, her coach lose on that one. Michael Johnson came back. I mean, he was on the prelims, man. Considering
Oh yes, I saw that fight.
Yeah, his line of work, man. Who he's fought against has been amazing, bro. So he's got nothing to, put his head down against. He's on the prelims and whatnot. It was great great KO, boxing exchange, and then boom, caught him.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, we always know he has some dynamite in there. He's got really good boxing. He just hasn't seemed to put it together against the better opposition that's been out there in the division, unfortunately. So.
I mean, the division that he was in at that time, the Khabibs, the Tonys, the Poiriers, the Gaethjes. I mean, come on, man. The toughest mofos out there. But anyway, great to see him. And you got Angela Hill. I don't know. I'm seeing all these Angelas. Angela Hill versus Varunja. I can't even say, man. Verna.
What?
Yeah, something like that, bro. Verna. I can't read for shit, man. Something wrong with me. I've got dyslexia for sure.
Verna Jandiroba.
Yeah, there you go. I can't read for shit, bro. Anyway, that was a good. I tell you what, that was a great. Vanra put on a great, because she's a jiu-jitsu, like that's her base, right? That's her base. Really? I mean, you've definitely seen her fight before. That's her base and whatnot. She went back to her base and she kind of just out-grappled Angela and just kind of, put on that grappling sort. No, I wouldn't say a clinic, but she definitely used her base to keep Angela down and kind of control her down there.
Okay. I'll have a look at that. I've never seen her fight before. Angela Hill, she's 13-12. She almost looking like what's that guy? Choo motherfuckers. Artem Lobov.
But Hill's been on it for ages, man. I think it was last year, was it, or the first year of the pandemic? She was very active, man, during that time. Yeah.
She was, but I wouldn't be surprised if she has like a fight left or something, and they might be looking to.
Well, she's good at it. She's been doing a few of the not commentary, what do you call it, man? When they do the after fight analysts and whatnot. She's pretty good at that. She's good as an analyst and whatnot. So it could be something for her there. But I'm sure she ain't done fighting, man. I mean, she's still got a lot to go, I reckon.
Oh, I'm sure. But I just mean like in regards to UFC, like after a certain kind of numbers, you see like 10 people, 16 people fired, Like so I wouldn't be surprised, put it that way. But I hope it doesn't work out that way. Hopefully she can spin it around.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I like the fact she comes out with like Street Fighter.
Yes. Yeah. I remember she had like the Sagat one time and whatnot. She's into
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I like her, because she's cool like that,
She was on Rogan's podcast. She was on Rogan's podcast a while ago, and her, I don't know the full story, but a couple in the US who was abducted by aliens or something like that, like or saw a UFO or something like that. Anyway, it was her grandfather. I don't know the exact story, but it's like a famous story, and it happened to be her grandfather. But anyway, that was interesting.
Okay.
Cool. And then last two fights, a Japanese newcomer, Tatsuro Taira, versus Carlos Candelario. I think was Candelario. Yeah. Tatsuro won by decision. It was a grab. I think it was round one. He kind of controlled, and then round two, I think Carlos was coming back, and then round three, Tatsuro would put on the grappling, grappled a block more. I think, with UFC coming to Singapore and they're doing a lot with Asian fighters, I think they're trying to build the Asian market that they're doing this Asia tournament. So hopefully they build up on the Asia fighters, because at the end of the day, ONE FC's coming. Like ONE FC's got Asia on lock, but they're growing. ONE FC's growing globally as well. So for UFC to kind of capitalize on Asia market, I mean, look, they got Joanna. Not Joanna. They got Zhang Weili and Joanna Part 2 coming up. That was one of the greatest fights ever, right? That first one was one of the best fights ever.
Absolutely.
a lot of the Japanese, legends, Sakuraba and whatnot fought in the UFC and Pride and all that sort of stuff. But right now they don't have I wouldn't say that they would have the biggest Asia presence. So if the UFC was to build, they should definitely build off this market here.
Yeah, that's a good point. They would need another champion or another exciting fighter to come. Zhang Weili, she's still in the running. I mean, against Rose, I don't know, because Rose she's going to find her way back and they're going to probably fight again at some point. So I don't know, but they're going to have to find another couple good fighters that's going to be able to kind of turn heads, literally.
No doubt. Yeah. I think they can. I mean, I think UFC, ONE FC's done such a great job. I think the UFC needs to not take their fighters or anything, but they can build a market here. There's so many fighters here. They can build a market. They just need to come out here more and do stuff out here. But
that's true. I think last point as well. Bellator does pretty good with that because they obviously have the combo with Ryzen and what's his name again? Something Hiraguchi. You know him?
Mm-hmm. He sounds familiar.
He won the belt, and then I think he was also fighting against that guy Tenshin who lost to Mayweather.
Yeah, the kickboxer.
Right,
yeah.
Right, I'm sure he fought with him, and he ended up winning the belt in one of them Grand Prix things. So they have a connection there. It's not the strongest, but there's something there. So it's possible.
Definitely. Let's see what UFC. Let's see how that because the UFC, the Singapore card is a good card. They got 2 title fights, and they got the rematch. So hopefully that brings some traction out here. And then the first fight of the prelims was Andrei Petroski versus Nick Maximoff. Again, that was a quick DAS. I think it was a DAS submission or anaconda choke submission, which was a fun fight. I think the submission was in 1 minute 16 seconds, so that was quick. But let's go on to the next couple events coming up, man, because the which card did we share over there? The July card is looking freaking good, man. Next week,
my God.
Yeah, next week real quick we got Holly Holm
and Caitlin Vera, yeah.
Yeah, that's next week, yeah.
Shit.
And then you got Michael Pereira versus Santiago Ponzinibbio.
That's interesting. Ponzinibbio, that's an interesting fight. That's very interesting fight, man.
Next week we got a couple of good fights, yeah. UFC is just keeping us busy, man.
Eric Anders, I'll watch him. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Chase Hopper back. What's his name?
Chase Hopper? What?
Yeah, that's what's his name? They take the mick out of what's his name?
Yeah.
Ben Askren's son.
Yeah.
You remember his style? He's really good at grappling, but he takes a lot of beats to get in there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So it's not.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not a strategy that's gonna last for a long time, basically.
That's it. He kind of remember that French guy, and he came from BMA, and
BMA.
And I forgot his name. He came to the UFC, and he took a lot of damage in his fights. Duquois.
Can't remember, man.
And he got out quick time. I'll send it to you afterwards when I find out. I'll send it to you after.
It's definitely not healthy, man. But
yeah.
After that, you got Volkov versus Rosenstrike. Then you got in June 12th, Teixeira versus Pocaharas, which is going to be at UFC 275, which is exciting. What else we got, man? Keita versus Emmett. 276. 276 Emmett. Is a fun card.
Emmett's a quiet one, isn't he? He's quiet, but he's got bombs.
Yeah. That should be fun.
I remember just seeing his name on the card and be like, oh yeah, I know that's the bald guy. And then I saw him knock out some people cold, and I was like, yo, this guy's got the one punch system going on.
Yeah, who else? That's all right. You got Calvin Cato's coming back. You got Joaquin Buckley. You got Kevin Holland on that one. A few fun ones.
Wait, which card is that again?
This one's one of the fight nights. Not next week, but the week after. No, this one's after Singapore. After Singapore. But the big card, the one after. Okay, so obviously Singapore one is big. Let's see what else is on that one, because that's a big one. We have 9 minutes to discuss, bro. Bloody Zoom. Man.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just let it flow.
Yeah, so obviously you got Glover Teixeira versus Yari Prohapagat. I can't say his name, but anyway, it should be a fun fight. Listen, Glover's always Glover's a veteran. On the ground, I think he's gonna have his advantage.
knocks teeth out on a regular.
Well, he got his tooth knocked out. But he did. He got his tooth knocked out by what's his name? Why have I gone blank?
Yeah.
Glover got his tooth knocked out once by I don't know, wasting time. I can't even think. My mind is just fucking blank.
I was thinking when he knocked out Anthony Smith's teeth, man.
He done that too. Yeah, he done that too. Took all his teeth out. But yeah, look, I think Glover's gonna have the advantage on. We'll discuss it more next week. But I think he's gonna have the advantage on the ground.
It's gonna be a hard fight, man.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
He's very crazy.
He's like some kind of samurai Viking or something.
Yeah, he loves that. Like he loves that samurai way and whatnot, the Bushido way. But he fights like a madman.
Oh man, spinning shit. That's a spinning shit.
Valentino Shevchenko versus Tyler Santos.
That's a one-way situation, one-way system.
It sounds like it. Yeah, I mean Valentino.
Nah, no one's beating Valentina at the moment. Straight win.
It's crazy. I mean, you know what? You just don't even know. But yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like.
I mean, we didn't think that certain things would happen. Like, for example, Pena beating Nunez, or even Nunez beating Cyborg. But yeah, these things happen.
Exactly. Sure. Then you got the rematch, Zhang Weili versus Joanna. I wish I was in Singapore, man, for this shit. I'm not even joking, man. The time they're in Singapore and they're putting a card on like this, I'm going to be in London. So crazy. I'm going to miss that. Or I'm going to be in New York, in fact. But damn, that's going to be a good freaking fight. I mean, you know what? We're going to go in with expectations of it's going to be another great fight. But you never know, man, because you just never know. Maybe it could be a quick finish. Maybe they will stall. You don't know, man. But Joanna, look, she's still one of the best talented fighters in that division. She's very confident she'll be champion again. I don't know. We'll never see.
I thought she was like, I'm done.
Well, she's constantly like saying, I'm not fighting this, I'm not fighting that. She's like looking for just title fights and whatnot. Zhang Weili's still a beast. I think she's, still got a lot to go. That should be a fun fight, man. Yeah, who else we got? Rodrigo Bontorin. Man, this is like a reading class for me, bro. Reading shit. Manel Cape. It's like English class. Like, hey G, your turn to read. You know those days when you're in school and the teacher will pick you to read, and you're like, oh, fuck's sake.
Read like chapter 5 from at the beginning,
and all your friends are laughing at you because you can't read, and you're like,
can't pronounce.
Therefore, who else we got? Who else we got in this card, man?
Which card are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Singapore card. I don't see as many Asian fighters as I thought I would see.
Wait. Is that Cater and Emmett?
No. The Singapore card is Shearer versus Pereira. That's not Pereira, but Yari.
Okay.
274, 274. 275, sorry. 275.
Okay, got it. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, man, yes.
I thought I would have saw a lot more Asian fighters on this card.
That sucks, man.
Which one? Whitaker, yeah, he was supposed to be on that.
Yeah,
hey, Ramona Pascal, I used to train with her in Hong Kong. She's fighting on that card. When I was training,
you talked about her.
Yeah. When I was training in Hong Kong in that gym, Epic, I believe it was called. She was there. She was trained. She was up and coming. She's fighting the Hong Kong card. I believe this is her second fight in the UFC. She didn't win the first one.
You're correct. Yeah, you're right.
So,
I remember you talking about her.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, man, that card, like top to bottom, I think is worth staying up. You're gonna be somewhere, right?
I'm gonna be the 12th. No, I'm gonna be in New York. So I think on the 11th I land on New York. I might try and find a bar that night and go watch it, man, if I can.
I reckon you should.
I should, yeah, definitely.
You can get some green tea for you and some crumpets and watch it.
Bro, they'll laugh at me, man. Those Americans and the bars, man, they'll laugh at me. I remember one time when I was in the bar, I can't remember which bar it was, and I asked for a tea, and they were like, "You're so English." Well, obviously in an American accent. It's like, "You're so English." I'm like, bro, first of all, I don't drink, and two, I need my tea. But you know what? That's a good thing. I might reach out to someone in the US who might like milk and sugar. They'll laugh at me, man. I'm gonna try. You know what? That's a good shout. I tell you what, bro.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna reach out.
You know what? Have a hearty meal, like something, like shrimp or something, or like lobster or something, and then just.
You know what? I'm gonna reach out to one of my friends from the US, and say, hey, do you want to watch the UFC and have that night? Because that would be the Saturday night I land, so I could just literally what's that? Starts at 10 a.m. So in the US, it'll be 10 p.m. Yeah, I have enough time. So yeah.
Make it happen, man. And then get some footage where possible.
Yeah, no, I definitely will, man. I definitely will. Yeah, I'm gonna let me see who I can let me see who one of my US friends watch UFC. I can't assume all of them do, because obviously yeah, I gotta figure it out. But yes, I will watch it in New York. I'll find out.
Get it, man.
Yeah. And then Sunday, so we'll do the we'll figure that out then anyway, but we'll still do our catch up. So I guess it'll be my Sunday morning, your Sunday morning, my Sunday afternoon. We'll figure out a time.
It'd be reversed. It'd be my afternoon and your morning to have the chat.
Because you're right. You're 5 hours ahead, right?
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll watch that one in New York. That'll be interesting. It's crazy. The fight's in Singapore, in my hometown, but I'm gonna be watching it from freaking New York, where they always freaking fight. Where they always fighting in the US, and I never could be there for a US card. But they have, you know what I mean? If there was a US card and maybe it was New York, I would 100% try to go to that. And now they're in Singapore. I'm gonna be on their side of the world. But anyway,
you know what? One of these days, we need to actually make it happen. Like purposely, just be like, look, let's just go here and watch that there.
Bro, I tell you something, right? A Vegas card, a Vegas big one, or possibly an Abu Dhabi one, bro. Because you know those Habibis the Habibis that are fighting now with the Islam and the Smash Brothers and all them lot guys. Anyway, bro, I won't be surprised if a big card happens in Abu Dhabi with all them brothers on there, and I might be in the region myself, living there. You just come over, chill at mine.
You know
we do a fight card. What's it called? Fight Island. You know what I mean? Interesting
thing about that is I have a connection in there there might be some work available. Like go for a holiday, make some money. So let's talk.
Okay. Look, man, Fight Island's there, you know what I mean? And like I said, the Islamic, not the Islamic, but that region of brothers, they're big in the UFC. So I know Dana's planning something big. You never know. It could be the Islam versus Charles fight, which is huge. There's a possibility.
That's pending heavily, isn't it? That's
Definitely.
pending.
So anyway. I don't know. I mean, because I think Dana wanted to punish Islam after he rejected the fight with the short notice fight with
Justin. No, was it Justin?
Was it Justin? No. It might have been. I can't remember what it was.
It was someone scary anyway. Well, they're all scary, but yeah.
So I don't know, but I think the fight to make is definitely Islam versus Charles. But anyway, brother, we got 1 minute to go. So before we get locked up. But yeah, look, man, it was good to catch up. Next week we got another fight card, so we're definitely going to catch up then. But everyone else out there, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your feedback. Please like, subscribe, comment, dislike, comment, whatever you want to do. Just make some kind of interaction. And yeah, we'll catch you next week on the next one. Peace.
Namaste.
All right, stay on the line, bro. Let me grab a quick pic before we get locked up.
Off again.
All right, my bro. We're going to get locked off any second, man. Appreciate your time as always. Let me stop this recording.